How you doing, Kyle?
Hey Heath, good to see you.
Yeah, it was good seeing you at the trade show too.
Yeah. It's definitely good to see what was going on in the construction world. So
Yeah, it was. You know, it's good to see for us what our competitors are doing. So
yeah,
you know, we can vary our strategy and get more business.
Right.
Yeah. So did you have any time to look over what we talked about last time?
I did, and I looked further into Superior Asphalt and compared it to what we've been using, A1, and found out that it seems that Superior is superior. So
yeah, I mean our catchphrase is service beyond the surface. So
yeah,
you know, we really pride ourselves on doing the job right the first time instead of spending more money to come back and fix stuff. So
yeah, that would be great, because actually just last week we got a permission and a grant to build another building. So that means we're going to need another parking lot.
there you go.
And we're hesitant about using A1 again, just based on our last experience, which we kind of talked about last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even the new parking lot that we had already with this, thawing and then freezing again. I mean, we're starting to see some cracks in this pavement already, which is, not acceptable.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for Michigan asphalt is there's snow, there's rain, there's
Sure.
everything.
Sure.
So I mean, how does that affect you when you see those kind of cracks and you just had it paved not too long ago?
Right. Well, as from the university standpoint, when you're having, new students come to see a new building, and then you see, that a parking lot, is kind of destroyed, or it doesn't look nice, then it's just kind of maybe a turnoff for students or potential students. Or, we have a lot of guest speakers that come, and we really try and pride ourselves on, making the campus look nice and making it look good.
Yeah, and plus you probably, if they have to come repair, you probably have to close down half the parking lot.
Yes, we do, and that's something that we can't afford to do right now, because we're a growing university, so
yeah.
the parking lot's always full.
Yeah.
So
especially during a semester.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Right.
It really is. But yeah, I brought in some images from A1. We actually had them pave one of our parking lots,
okay,
so we could critique it.
Sure.
And it would help us. And within the year, we had spider cracks.
Yep.
Which is usually from, we have big trucks. They're driving in and out.
Right.
That can happen in one drive. Just right over it, spider crack.
Especially if it's not done properly.
Exactly.
That causes problems.
It's really the quality of the mix. And, this was a big crack at first, and then cracks came off it, which is not good, obviously, because then, you're not even looking at just what we call crack repair. You can't just put rubber over that and think that's going to be all right. You got to rip that whole spot up.
Yep.
And redo it.
Right. Which we've had to deal with a couple times.
I bet you have.
This is what we're seeing. Most often.
Yeah.
And it's just not acceptable. It costs us time. It costs us money.
Patchwork is definitely, it's time consuming and it's expensive.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Especially when you buy a new parking lot, you don't want to have to do that within the year at least.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is, these are just normal cracks that you'd see in asphalt, but those, they can be rubber. You can put rubber over them, they'll be fine for probably a year or so.
Okay.
But eventually, they're going to crack more. You're going to do this. And I think that's one thing about our company that we pride ourselves on. You pay an extra little bit and you get a warranty. If anything happens, we come here for free.
Okay.
And we deal with it. We get you situated. Especially on new parking lots, it can be expensive.
Sure.
To get that thing paved.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Oh,
so, it seems like those are probably issues for you, and shutting down the parking lot just isn't possible right now to repair it.
Right.
So, this is actually a job we did at Frederick Meyer Garden, and it, as you can tell, that was I believe a year later.
Okay.
So we paved it the previous summer. It went through winter, went through everything, and there's nothing.
Yeah,
no cracks.
That would be fantastic. That would really help with our university's curb appeal, especially. And
It's definitely presentable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have some of the best paving crews around. When we do state work, we have a separate paving crew that's all they do. It's state work.
Yeah.
And but big jobs like this, We bring that A-team out, make sure we get it done right the first time. Otherwise, you're stuck coming back, through a warranty job where you're not making any money, but you're paying, so that hurts us too.
Right, exactly.
So we'd rather do it, right the first time than come back and fix something that we could have done right the first time and not pay the extra money for mix and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, the product we have is definitely high quality, and the best thing about it is mix. There's so many different SKUs of mix. It's ridiculous. I mean, I think there's about 34, honestly. And it's just the oil that goes into it, sand that goes into all the different mixtures.
Sure.
And it's a certain, amount of each one.
Right.
So we would definitely get you the best mix, and we'd get you going, for your parking lot. And another thing is we actually have our own plant. So we make our own mix. So if there's a day that would work the best for you to get your parking lot paved, and we're not going to have the mix on the, the silo that day,
Yeah.
no problem. We make it.
Yeah. Awesome.
People come to us to buy our mix. But, it's all about getting the right mix in the right spot. If it's heavy traffic, you want a tough mix.
Right.
So, I would love to, sit down with whoever's in the decision-making process and, move on with this and go further and maybe even get you a quote to see what we can offer versus, other people, because we can offer lower prices. We make our own mix.
Yeah. Let me get in touch with the construction board and the construction committee, and I'm sure we could work something out and see what they think. I'm sure they would be, thrilled to know that they don't have to spend extra money, within the year on a parking lot that they just had.
Exactly. So I'll get with you later today, just to touch base, and then you take your time, figure out what you need to figure out, and we'll get back together.
All right, sounds good. Thanks,
Thank you,
Heath.
Kyle. I appreciate it.
Yeah.